Yes, let's go.
Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Crypto with Tosh channel. We've got really cool special guests here today. Here joining me is TailChakra and Freya from FREYALA. It's going to be super cool here. So we've got a few questions for them, and today we're also doing a huge giveaway. They're doing 10 land NFT giveaways. The launch for these is tomorrow. Super exciting stuff for the FREYALA community. You're not going to want to miss it at all. I just dropped the form into chat. Make sure you guys share that around if anybody asks for that. Just keep on sharing that form around. And I'll make sure to post it a couple more times throughout here. And we'll do that giveaway towards the end. So we have a lot of people coming here from different communities here, Freya. A lot of people are actually coming from DeFi kingdoms and aren't really
hmm
that familiar with FREYALA. So if you could like sum up FREYALA for us in just like 2 to 3 sentences, how would you describe it?
Um, I describe Freyala as an easy to use introduction to crypto with gamification, NFTs. But that probably sounds too complex now that I'm thinking about it. Basically fun, easy to use utility.
Heck
If I had
yeah.
to sum it up, like in basic terms. If you wanted me to use jargon, then I'd say gamification, NFTs, uh, staking, stuff like that. But basically, we're aiming to build an ecosystem, and we have like tipping. We're working on the app plots, which is coming out tomorrow, and we'll be talking about a release date now, and also some teasers later. And Harmons, which is Cryptids, we recently applied for a funding proposal, so there's a lot of stuff in the works, actually.
Yeah, it's super cool. I was looking at it, and there's so many cool things going on. I love that the platform is already up and interactive and ready to go, and like the gamified side of it is really just like nice relation from DeFi kingdoms, and it's so cool that like these types of platforms are being created to introduce so many people to crypto in a non-intimidating way. So awesome, and there's a lot of cool features that like on FREYALA that DeFi kingdoms has like nothing even about, like the casino tipping, and like the tipping on chat. I think is a really cool. So if you're on their Discord, you can actually send the XYA tokens via a tipping bot in Discord. So it's super cool. If somebody says like a cool joke or does something helpful for you, like you can just send them some tokens. But yeah, what do you think about like the casino? Like, what inspired that idea? I think it's a really neat feature of the game here.
Well, Freyala is all about gamification in a sense, and also casinos. They're like, Taylor, do you want to take this one? I
Yeah, okay. Well, the entire essence of Freyala is entertainment. This is also one of the reasons why we are so happy that DeFi Kingdoms came into Harmony, because DeFi Kingdom seems to be, at least at the moment, seems to be more towards the financial part of the gamification. And that is also one of the reasons we are so happy to be partnering up with them, because we want to focus really on the game part of the gamification, not less about the financial part. But this is also where the casino itself comes into play, because it uses our token, solely our token, and you can play with other people, or you can build your own build your own game to play against the house. And we are planning on moving the casino that much that it will also be a part of the game itself later on. Um, we are currently busy with the game called Cryptids, and we want that game to be more than just a simple auto chess. We want to embed betting inside the auto chess game. We want to be able to have you bet on
Oh,
various parts of the game, on the entire match itself, but also about the score, and maybe even combine it with a little bit of roulette, or combine it with a little bit of slots, so you can have more of a luck within your strategic game.
yeah, I think that's so cool. And I love just like the expansion features on the casino too, and like the ability to make custom games. It's such a neat feature. I was seeing like they already have the roulette table, and then is the blackjack live? I think I saw blackjack as well.
Blackjack currently isn't live yet.
Okay, not blackjack.
No, no. Currently, it's only coin flip and the roulette. We are
Okay,
very
coin
busy
flip, what's the other
working
one?
on with the blackjack and the slots at the moment.
Yeah, well, up and coming. That's super cool, and I love that the auto chess game is coming out too with Cryptids. I think that's so neat. And if you're not familiar with like what auto chess style games are, think about it as like an RTS game, like StarCraft or Warcraft 3, without the micro. So you're just creating an army. They all have these units that are like perfectly micro, and you just send them against each other, and then they do battle. So really excited to get that up, and sweet to see that like into like the crypto blockchain gaming space. That's the first time I've seen auto chess come into this space, and I know it's definitely a fan favorite. It's got huge on like the Dota 2 custom game space. So really cool. Like, what was your first auto chess experience that like inspired FREYALA?
Well, it all started with Warcraft 3, basically.
Oh
I was
yeah,
an avid Warcraft player, um, an avid Blizzard player in general, but
me
Warcraft
too.
especially. The multiplayer started. I started out with the mods. First it was Dota, but then some
Mm-hmm.
more auto chess like games came out. Um, Initially, it started with an auto chess game where you were basically one of the characters, but then another mod came and you were able to place all the monsters and have them fight it out. And I've been playing that for about 5 or 6 years right now in a row. And yeah, it's sad to see that games like those are really being shifted towards mobile gaming, while on the PC gaming it can be so much bigger.
Yeah, the PC gaming space is really interesting. And sorry if you guys hear some sound, there's a train coming right now behind my apartment building, so it's a little loud. Uh, but yeah, like it's so cool. Like the Warcraft 3 like inspired so many gamers, and like the custom game space is so interesting. But yeah, a lot of it is going towards MOBAs, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I was actually like a huge Dota player. I have stupid amounts of hours both in Dota 1 and Dota 2. And started playing like Pokemon Unite. I'm like, I want something more casual. I'm like, this is kind of fun, but it's like it's just another MOBA though.
Yeah, I've been kind of stuck towards old games in general. I'm pretty hard to move over to a different game, and that's also one of the reasons why I keep playing games like Warcraft 3 over and over and over again. And that's also one of the reasons why I love mods so much. And um, we do tend to end up in a similar game like that. We want to create a game ourselves, but then have other people and other developers and other modders create content around that.
Hmm.
And that is also one of the reasons why we've started an ecosystem rather than just one game. Um, in a few months, or maybe even in a month, we want to start a hackathon where you can create games or can create small hyper casual items with Xayah and win based on that game. But that game or that item will also be integrated within FREYALA. So
Oh,
we
awesome.
also would love to have other developers create FREYALA with us, because it essentially is a community token. It started out as a community token, and we want to keep it a community token. We just want to create the cornerstone project within FREYALA called Cryptids.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm really excited to see like what happens with cryptids. And let me see if I get anything else right. So what you guys are trying to do is like create a game editor with FREYALA as assets that anybody would be able to create games with.
In the end, yes.
Oh wow.
First and foremost, we want to create our own product and show what Harmony can do, what crypto can do, what you can do with our models. But we are very open to other developers creating their own games, creating their own content with the items we deliver.
That's so cool, and I love that, and really, it does just bring so much to the community. Like we saw what happened with Warcraft 3, and like I was a part of that community too, so I have all like those same feels with you, and with like the Dota 2 community and auto chess coming out of that too. So cool, so cool. And I love just like the mission and drive to create that platform on your own. It's going to inspire so much creativity, and I'm excited to see like what the community comes up with too. That's awesome.
And this is also one of the reasons plots exist. To come back to the plots, the first and foremost thing about plots is creating more utility. We will create a couple of things ourselves. We will create things like a personal extractor, which is basically a personal faucet. You can come back every day, grab a little bit of Saya, and that's it. But you can also do more things. There's the Crypto Pigs game coming up, which is a Tamagotchi. You can feed your pig. You can have your pig sleep, and you can basically give him more experience to become stronger and fight other pigs. Those pig battles will also take place on the plots. That's one of the reasons why it's not necessary, but it would be very helpful to have multiple plots, because you can only pick one option per plot. So if you have your plot to become a personal extractor, you cannot have it to become a pig Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
And in the end, we would love to have other people come up with other ideas to add on to their plots, and we want the plots to not just become a launchpad for products, but a launchpad for the community. We would love to have the community reach out to us and play with every possibility that you can use our plots for.
Yeah, awesome. And so I think some of our viewers here might be confused on like what these land plots are actually going to be used for. So let's start at the top. So the launch is actually going to be tomorrow, correct? I know you guys had some information about an official launch day. I don't know if you're ready to spoil that yet, but it's coming up real soon. Do you want to give us some more info on that?
Tail, do you want to do the honors or shall I?
You can do it.
Okay.
Do it, Freya.
So the plots, yeah, let's go. The plots are launching tomorrow on October the 5th at 9:30 p.m. CEST. So
Awesome.
if it was today for reference, that'd be around 2 hours and 15 minutes from now. So that's tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. CEST.
Awesome. So you heard it first here. The land plots are launching tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. CEST. If you're in American time zones, that's actually going to be 1:30 p.m. EST, 11:30 Central. I think I have that right. Yes, or 12:30 Central, 11:30 Mountain. Actually, I'm all messed up now. The time zones are hard, guys.
I don't do time zones.
I don't do time zones either. Here's the real information. If you're in the U.S., it's going to be 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that will be 2:30 Central, 1:30 Mountain, and 12:30 Pacific. So super exciting. So let's start from the top about these land NFT plots. So I know we've got 3 different types of plots, and we're giving those 3 different types away. We've got the XYA plots, or I think I heard you call it the Zaya plots, and then the Yin and the Yang plots. Tell us a little bit about like what are the differences between those.
Well, Yin and Yang are essentially our dual governance token. We've decided to do a yes and no based on the values of the people within the Yin faction or the Yang faction. Because those factions are basically each other's opposites, you will also expect them to, in time, maybe have arguments they don't agree about, and maybe they even solve it by violence. That would mean battles. This is our first attempt into making some sort of, I wouldn't say guild wars, but I would say maybe faction wars, and have them create a real community within FREYALA and fight each other.
Cool.
These plots will also eventually be used to host fights like these.
Super cool, super cool. So the different plots are gonna be like different factions, and we're gonna get some battles between them. Very cool. So the crypto pigs you're saying is one of like the first main features coming out to the land plots. Tell us a little bit like how that is incorporated, and like some of the basic features of that, and how we can interact with those.
Well, like I first said, there are two types of CryptoPix plots. There's the pig pen, which will be used for big battles. This is basically a rock, paper, scissors, but with more added options. You will have an option that will be able to fight two different other options. And when you receive such an event, you can also have it mirror the attack. I will give a better explanation later on. We've got a couple of visual explanations that will be better for this than me talking about it, because I tend to ramble on and on and on about it.
Yeah, for sure. I always like appreciate the visuals too, and those always help out when we have those. Well, super cool. I'm excited for getting some piggies on the plots. Gonna be really cool stuff. What are some of like the other things that we can do on our plots?
Well, there's a couple of other options that we are currently exploring. For example, when you choose to add a for sale sign on top of your plot, you will basically be selling not just your plot, but you could use it as a personal NFT marketplace. I've been working on an NFT marketplace for various amount of NFTs for a while now, and I've also managed to make it personal. That means you can have your own NFT gallery within your plot, and be able to sell those NFTs not on DaVinci, not on anything else, but on our own marketplace with its own contract. And that own contract will also be connected to the plot, not connected to the person, but connected to the plot. This also means that if you sell the plot, all the Xayah on top of that plot or on top of everything else will be sold together with your plot. So that automatically also means that the more you do with your plot, the more value it gets. It gets value based on top of what you did with the plot, not on what you receive from the plot.
Gotcha. Interesting. So it's like the more that you interact with your plot, the more things get constructed and built on your plot, the more valuable your plot becomes, and then all of those assets are attached to the plot. And you can also have NFT marketplace on there. So
Yes.
that's awesome. So the NFTs that you sell on the marketplace, do those get attached to the plot, or could those get attached to new plots since we're seeing sales of the NFTs alone?
Well, the contract that is created to mint or to sell those NFTs will be connected to the plot, but the NFTs themselves, they will of course be inside your wallet and they will be yours.
Awesome.
But that also means that if you've got a really popular marketplace and you've sold a lot, and people have been visiting it a lot, buying it a lot, that means you can basically, well, sell or use that extremely popular marketplace, and that will also be a part of the future upcoming ranking.
Yeah, for sure. So it sounds like that there might be like a little bit of a race to get to, like the most popular plots and like the ones that everybody wants to visit, just to get like that extra exposure. Really neat
Yeah.
idea. I was actually looking at a metaverse project that has a lot of similar like ideas to this recently, and I absolutely love it. Very interested in both. Uh, very cool, very cool. So what are like some of the other features that are active live right now on FREYALA? And yeah, let's start there. What are some of like the active features that we can do right now with our Xayah tokens and in the FREYALA universe?
Okay, so I'll take this one. Right now, the first thing I'd recommend, if you plan to be a long-term holder or if you have no plans to sell soon, is to stake your FREYALA. You can go to freyala.com/stake, or you can just go to the World app. And I think, Tosh, you're in the World app now. If you go, there's the extraction site over there, and if you click that, you'll be able to stake your Zaya tokens, and the yearly returns are around 20 to 22%. 22% is if you manually compound everything, and 20% around, they're decimal places, but I'm just giving an approximation. And 20% is if you just leave it there and you don't do anything. We also have pool parties on Token Jenny, if you guys know that, tokenjenny.1. Pool parties where you can stake Zaya 1 LP tokens. I'm not sure how to simplify that. I think just saying that's the best. But Zaya 1 LP tokens, and then you can earn Zaya. We also have pools on DeFi Kingdom and ViperSwap. Zaya 1, basically you stake Zaya 1 and you earn either Jewel, or on ViperSwap, because we're a community pool right now, you earn Zaya. So that's earning passively. And then there's actual utility. So as Tosh mentioned at the beginning of the stream, you can actually go to the FREYALA Discord, and we have a bot called Sir Reginald. It makes sense because there's lore, which will be revealed slowly. Essentially, you can do a ton of commands like tipping, so ftip amount to a user, and you can just instantly and seamlessly send someone Zaya. And you may be wondering what happens if you don't have a wallet. That's completely fine, because Sir Reginald, thanks to our awesome developer for bots, Hido, I don't know if he's here, maybe in chat. If not, I hope Hido finds out about this. But he's great, and he's working on some more stuff with Reginald as we speak. And Reginald creates a wallet for yourself when someone tips you, if you didn't create a wallet beforehand.
Super cool.
Then we have the casino in the World app right now. There's the roulette and there's the coin flip. You can play against the house, or you can play against other players. And tomorrow you'll have utility by buying the plots. And there's a lot of cool stuff you can do later, which is like locking your Zaya into your plot to buy stuff. Essentially, what that means is you can't withdraw that Zaya, but all that Zaya stays into the plot. It's plot bound. So if you sell your plot to someone else, whatever you put in there, whatever you locked in there, like the Zaya you locked in there, also gets sent over. So it stays in the plot. So if I've locked 500 Zaya in a plot and I sell that to Tail, Tail gets the plot. He also gets access to the 500 Zaya, not to withdraw, but to use it for plot related things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. So it's like everything invested into the plot like gets to stay into the plot assets, and it increases the like how valuable that NFT is over time. Well, super cool. Like, I love, like, there's so many running features up. That bot, I've used it in Discord, is very impressive, super smooth to use. So shout out there. But yeah, it's pretty awesome in FREYALA already. The casino is up and running. The staking option is pretty solid. 20% is nothing to sneeze at. And if you are in DeFi Kingdoms, taking advantage of that liquidity pool, there is a Jewel Zaya pool that you can get some really great Jewel rewards as well in DeFi Kingdom. So really great, and both these communities are awesome, doing some really awesome things. I'm really excited to see like what this land launch goes like, and it's gonna be really exciting tomorrow. But we're gonna do the giveaway pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. But do you guys like have any comment, like how's the development process been for FREYALA, and like getting these big launches? Do you guys feel fully prepared for this NFT launch tomorrow, like ready to go?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been testing it about 300 times past weekend.
Nice.
Well, the thing is, usually people click on one button on one page, and everyone clicks that same exact button, and a lot of connections go through that single function. But with how we're going to do the plots, there's going to be a couple of neighborhoods. Those neighborhoods all essentially have their own page with their own function. We are going to use various amount of RPC links instead of one RPC link, because we do know the history nature of the RPC in Harmony. And that also means that instead of just clicking one button that says mint, you can first assign yourself a neighborhood and then click the exact number you want. So there will be a map I will be showing this before launch, so everybody can prepare accordingly. There will be a map with all squares, and you simply select one of those squares that you want to buy, and it will be minting that exact plot. So you can also tell your friends to, well, maybe mint plots next to each other, so you can have plots next to each other instead of randomly minting one anywhere.
Yeah, I love that. It's kind of hits like every nail on the head there, where you get the customizability of like which plot you want to get. You can get plots next to your friends if you got like a little troop of your FREYALA friends, and yeah, that's gonna make that super smooth, just spreading out like that minting function and not having it all congested there. So awesome. So it looks like you guys have put a lot of time and effort into it to make this smooth. Best of luck on the launch tomorrow. I know it's always a little bit nerve wracking, but looks like everything's in check, and I hope it goes smoothly. I'm excited to see him.
Yeah, for sure. Is anyone gonna buy a plot near me, or am I just gonna be alone in my neighborhood?
Well, what do you think?
I don't know, guys.
What do you guys
I
think
don't know,
in chat?
guys. I'm not feeling too great.
Does Freya smell too bad to want to live next to her, or?
I mean, if I had to choose between yin and yang, I'm pretty sure everybody knows which one I choose. So, we'll see. We'll see if I have any neighbors. We'll see.
For sure,
Time will tell.
I mean, are you even gonna tell us where you live? I mean, that's pretty secret information.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe.
That's funny. Well, awesome. Well, we are going to take a few questions in chat, so if you got them, feel free to shoot them in there. I also just put a form, the giveaway form. If you haven't filled that out yet, we are going to give away 10 of our land plots, thanks to Freya and Tail. I'm super excited to give those out, so make sure you don't miss that opportunity. We got a few questions. I put a form into the description earlier for people that couldn't make it. But if you have questions, we'll do a little bit mix of these and ones from chat. Past the ammo, Freya wants to know, do you have a McDonald's in your neighborhood?
Actually, yeah, they recently built a McDonald's here. So, like, I'm a bit scared if you know that, but yes. There's a McDonald's in my neighborhood, but I haven't eaten McDonald's in 6 years, so I don't. It's just there. Interesting question. Thank you.
Awesome. Don M is asking, what's the size of the dev team? How many devs do you have?
Well, there's about 3 or 4 devs on the front end right now. The front end being on Discord in public. Because they are also all in crypto. But there are 2 other developers who prefer to stay anonymous because they are solely helping me build the game. After that, they will basically disappear from the team. And then I will take over with a couple of other developers. So this is one of the reasons that they prefer to stay, well, on the back, maybe a little bit offline. There's Guido. He's full-time working on the bot. There's a couple of neat features coming out with the bot, being we're going to have in Discord voting on chain, and he recently also uploaded the in Discord staking, which is using the same staking smart contract as the website is. And there are also coming a couple of casino games within Discord. Then there's Luke, and he is our smart contract genius. He's also the one who made the smart contracts for roulette and coin flip.
Nice.
He's the reason you get the games within the within coin flip. Essentially, we just had a whole list of coin flip games, and you could play one, and it automatically played one randomly for you. But then Luke came within our team, and he completely customized it with passwords, with names, with everything. And I'm basically doing a little bit of everything right now because I'm the lead developer. I'm trying to have everybody be in their place. But in the future, I do prefer on working on the game full time. We are currently looking for more developers to take on the website and to take on the world app.
Nice.
So if everyone if somebody feels free to want to help us out, please contact us. I will be in the future 100% building the game, 100% building every feature.
Awesome. Yeah, it's looking great so far, and it looks like you guys have tons of cool features coming out. Exciting. And yeah, so you heard it. If you are a developer and want to get involved in this project, reach out to TailChakra or Freya on Discord. They'd love to hear from you. So a couple of these, let's try to get through some of these fast too. People are wondering how much is it to mint a plot. I did put the information if you want to read the Medium article on the land plots. It is in the description for this stream. But yeah, Freya, do you want to fill us in? How much is it to mint one of these plots? And are there different sizes here?
Okay, so the plot sizes are the same for now, but in terms of prices, the first 500 plots, take notes guys, come on. The first 500 plots will be $25 worth of Zaya. So we're not setting a flat rate of Zaya, we're pegging it to the USD value. So whatever $25 worth of Zaya is at the time, that will be the price for the first 500 plots. And then for the next 500, so 501 to 1,000 plots, it will be $50 of Zaya. So it will be double the price, whatever $50 of Zaya is worth at the time. And then for the rest is 1,001 to 2.5K. So 2,500, it's $100 worth of Zaya. So essentially right now with this first batch of plots we're launching, it'll be 2,500 plots in total, varying from 25 to 50 to 100 in price.
You heard it. Awesome. So yeah, if you're fast on those plots, you can get the cheaper mint for $25 USD. It's pegged at that USD amount too, so that's pretty cool. It's a very predictable price for everyone. Very awesome. And then plots will be paid with XOIA. Yes, that is correct. Let's see, which area does FREYALA focus on at the moment, and goals and end of the year? So yeah, how about goals for end of year? Either of you guys want to hit on that?
Well, the first and foremost goal we do wish to have is an actual game live. Not the actual game live, but we are working on 2 hyper casual games. Those games will be temporary and those games will be play to earn. And those games will most likely, I said most likely, not entirely, but most likely be launched during Halloween and one during Christmas.
Very cool. Yeah, 2 games out by the end of the year. Super excited. I'm excited to see like what the gameplay actually looks like and get into some of that. Let's see. So many good questions coming through. Cool. Here's a question from the forum actually. How will attributes affect wild harmons that are found in land parcels?
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, the question is, how will the attributes affect wild harmons that are found in land parcels?
Well, I don't know exactly what you mean by that.
Gotcha. Yeah, maybe unclear on that one.
Booster packs?
Sorry, what was that, Freya?
You mean booster packs? Whoever asked that question?
I think so. So this was actually one of the questions from a forum. So
Okay.
that person may or may not be here. We have another question here. Do we need plots to play cryptids?
No, you do not need plots to play cryptids. But getting harmons or upgrading harmons will most likely and most definitely be not cheaper but easier with plots. You will be able to get to various points quicker rather than having to spend more money.
Awesome. And then a question about how will the mint funds be used?
So we don't take any profits from that. Yeah. And Tail, you can elaborate.
Okay. Well, how it works, the profits from minting doesn't go to us. The profits from minting stay within your plot. So, for example, you buy a plot. That plot costs 500 Xayah. That 500 Xayah will be placed in the contract. It will be linked to your plot.
Okay.
So, for example, if you wish to do a personal coin flip against your plot and you win against your plot, you win back a little bit of Saya that you have used to pay the plot with.
Very cool.
But for also other things like pick battles, when you start a pick battle in your own plot, you will be the one choosing the rules for that battle. So you will also be the one choosing for how much you play or for how much you bet. And then if I win against you, I get a little bit of Saya from your plot and the other way around.
Gotcha.
That also means that when I send funds to my personal plot, so for example, my plot is empty, but I still want to do big battles, I just have to send my plot Saya, and then it is locked within that plot and only usable by playing and using it.
Yeah, that's a super neat feature. I've never really seen anything like that. So, to kind of like a recap for you guys, it's like the amount that you pay for the plot, that those Zaya tokens go into your plot. So you can use all of those. So really, like, your plot never really loses the value in Zaya because it's always just locked into that amount. So if you do plan on like holding onto some Zaya long term, you're not going to want to miss on this NFT launch because it's all just going to get put into your plot and you're going to be able to use this as a new utility. So super awesome, really cool and clever mechanics that you guys created here.
Can we get pigs mating on plots?
Yeah, don't forget to get. Yeah, this isn't DeFi Kindings. We're not doing our summoning here. We're doing some straight maiden.
Oh no.
Well, I've seen this question from the same user before, and he also requested some animations to go with it. So.
I think we'll have to check our budget, guys. Sorry. We'll get back to you on that.
Maybe some point, guys, but not this time. All right, Oz. All right. Well, I think it's about time to close off this giveaway and pull some names. What do you guys think?
Yeah, sure.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. So I'll give you've got 10 seconds, last call, fill this form out, put your address in there real quick, and then we are gonna close this up, drawing 10 names. So again, we're giving out 10 land plots here. We're gonna give away 2 Zin, 2 Yin, 2 Yang, and 2 XYA Zaya plots. So super exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and close this form right now. Da-da-da-da.
Dramatic music.
We have 73 responders. Awesome. So no more. I wish I had some dramatic music for us. Anybody, you want to beatbox them for me, Freya?
Like a drum roll.
Well, it's gonna be a really long drum roll. You gotta do like a cool synthwave tune or something.
I don't think I have it in me.
Okay, no worries.
I did see one more question in the chat coming up.
Yeah, if you have a question, go for it.
I think I do know what he means right now with the wild harmons.